Ghana de shimai ma munyi na adwuma makwa ba de ba UTV so ebraso sense mawdra yensa kan ya boabo no abone pede ya de ba abesomo anwumre ya de aseda ne ma this way chocolate drink aya Ghana cocoa ne de aye ede aya no anu bi best point savings and loans and the best assurance special ice natural mineral water ne drink sawdo ne kan obi nenne omobo yinchido ensam no de dimu akotini ebi enie
December bosume Ghana yebekwa about no makoto aba edi apawo panina obedi omana num emfinhia na yewo yanimu na isia ye ne se December bosume no ne dai toso mienu na special boating ye de ebehihye so
na ambulance court nsensem no enenne judge ni otena dwom edi ato lawyer Sami Jemfie nim se won hwe ne kasa yi
ambulance ho nsensem afa dom kuma no ba no dani ho no enne endi samanyo conference ntwerefo nhyiamu won kasem na wo chirim sa ba ni adanse die bia edi tiadom kuma no ba no dani
eba ensebuo anase menstruation no chief of staff wakasasa ye hwe ne edi yehuni wo
na ambulance ho nsensem a agentre ha na ba bia befa bia no Ghana obi bia di ho nkomo no endi samanyo conference so audio bi wo ho no mo a enche be bi no be pie mo nten so no pie mo nten so sa no a attorney general ebego ne ho fi
MVP amayekoni friends ntwerefo nhyiamu enne ensem no bi ka wo ne edi ba beso mo midin de akua ajiwa akode mene
Sadat Mohammed
afa ensem no nchiremu eni ambulance court ho sensem a yeti ho ma yedie no na efa penyina wono enedom kuma ewo mrahyebejo ye omokasamafo ho na ebra court ko asetena enne na omudi hu nkomo no ena wotemuafo wote adwam otemuafo afiase wa asaribotwe wono eye court of appeal court judge wono kroya society dem se high court judge na wono na de tudwa kirem se ensem bi ho no mu Sami Jemfie lawyer wo kan eyade bia enye kranti se eba court nsensem eni ambulance no sensem no a won hwe ne kasa yi
no, in principle, for the sanctity of the administration of justice, the court will always ensure that commentary on matters that are sub judice are responsible and done with circumspection so that the court is not scandalized. So, in principle, the caution of the court was in order, and it is something that we in the NDC agree with, and that is why right from the outset we have been very circumspect in whatever we say on this case and have assured that the court is not in any way or form scandalized. I think the particular reference to me was something that, in my humble opinion, the court, got wrong, and I took the opportunity to draw the court's attention to the fact that the said comment was not about this court or the presiding judge in this trial. I think that you are aware that we have a press conference at 2 p.m. to address the unprofessional and criminal conduct of the Attorney General in this matter. And that press conference will go into issues that even go beyond what the issues before this honorable courts. And by the time we are done, everybody will be clear in their mind the kind of judge I was talking about. Just to put it on record that my statement was very clear. It was a hypothetical statement that if you have an attorney general who can call an accused person on the blind side of his lawyer when he knows that the ethics of the bar prescribes that, then that person certainly can call then I said whatever I said. It was not in reference to this. And I think that you will see incontrovertible evidence to show that that hypothetical statement I made is actually a fact, and that person is in the business of calling judges and meeting judges, not in the instant case, but you will see the facts for yourself. So today you know that the hearing did not come on because of certain applications that have to be served on counsel for the accused persons. We'll come back to solidarize with our minority leader on Thursday, which is the next hearing day, on Tuesday, which is the next hearing day.
AG is on our official assignment and will be back very soon. We've not been served with any other new motion. There was an old motion to stay proceedings. The new one, we have known that, but we've not been served. I do not see any tension. We are prosecuting our case. They are defending their clients, and that's how the legal system works. So far as we are doing our work in court, we continue to do it and nothing else. A mere allegation has been made, and so if anybody thinks that he may want a committee to be set up, I disagree with such a person, and I don't see anyone who may want to even think that it's a matter that borders on the integrity of the Attorney General or any other thing. He's very resolute. He's well composed. He's out of jurisdiction. He'll be back to continue his work as an Attorney General.
For Akosia Frema was say pare opinion with Chief of Staff. Wakasa edi atuma nim se Marco feature won hwe huni so huni die hu nsem no ebegina brane na afa na tuma pa edi afra.
Ononyanfo Akosia Frema osai pare ese se woba ebu nsa na wansiesie ne hu yi a wotminya infections bebra edi nsunsanso bone ebra na pomuden ye edu ba bi kra betimi abase awo kra wonya bi na wawo ensami wodi tudwa abra na womo ekai International Menstrual Hygiene Day wokumase na wafa so ede sanitary pass 2400 eche emaye wo basic school sahodo na fe kayo foye wo kumase ya no wa sante mantam ha eno no to aso akire mu sem se woba ebu nsa na wansiesie ne hu yi a ebetime di nsunsanso bone abra na pomuden so enwumasua ne nipadua ne hina tempo tichiu ne se wanya sanitary pad papa amfansiesie ne ho ebetimi de infections bebre na agiabre no ekobasa wontimi enko school bi kratimi ejai school no krako ononyamfo Akosua Frema se Paris anto aso trem se obabu ni nsa no wansiesie ne ho yi a etimi ma nanim egu ase ewo nipam ema tane okonipam a wasa wotimi kasa etimi edanda ne ho no wontimi enye sabiem na ejom hima yo wo race course na nafia jewa wono enebegina ononyamfo Frema osai oparia namu a wade afutuo ema matan hina se wo munchi mofra no emran wo mu titiw ne emma no
na asante mana no die disa advocacy ama wo dia ya ma no so atum waso se wo de sa ade na brankora no na ahye na asante man nyam na yemfa mankora se be mu bu wo nsa wo mbenya bia dai aye asiesie mo ma amudie papa aye dai aba tine na ya mami Frema hu se eno so kwa ya ma adwuma kase eno no so ya oba tan kase osan da oba no na se ya yankura de se ya ma de wote a na ohu de wonye tine oba ya wo ye sa de wo nyina de hye mami na asante man nyam se enema ode ba mako wo ha no na ima fama ne na no na obi afensiesie se be ya wonama enkeka wo de ya dai enkeka ne mama no enema tani bia ya ma tani asebe matabone ene dia manefo na jeje mema na e dia dia bobo ya sum na ya tale de da ya to kakra obeyiye e dia man sai ma me jinti no akra no ko bani ma wanya dai onka eti e be sese abata no ya hwe mani yiye so wu ko dwom obaba matifie sika na be yama na yima ne ntodua ni abi ba no be fa so me ko bokro no onko abaya so tifie brazi akwa untobi mano pant untobi mano eti sani ama we no ne na fufu hia na o ka me ma sa we me bo we to ya ade be chi na aba nso ayde ko bo sa bla ni bi
ano actually no chief patron yoda Live the Dream Foundation ano eye Orayire Ivy upon rekon wano so ade sede to aban no no mo ka bi e wo manim se wo mo emeboa ema wo mo ewo enkronkuma mu se ne be ya wo bo mo nsa wo betimi esiesi wo mo ho yi
enkwa na mo deprived areas no nya sanitary pads enti ya bi enso ho ya bi be for children's home bi ko prisons enti obi o deprived area no not say be sabi wo klo mu ya men enya sanitary pads nya na sa enti e basa e no mo hygiene sem no e ko fom pa enti ya de ya ko aso pa say deprived areas no be bua kore bia no nya sanitary pad na at least ebe buana me keep it clean.
Mede to so aduono enwotwe bia no wiase adiesi wo no mo se eyahosiesia eno efa ensabu ho entigana ya kawiase ho ama World Menstrual Hygiene Day no yedi eno na futuo ene adesede akọ ede ama aban no senkebe ya etoa eda amwasene anase pad so no wonwe so behwinhwa so kakrade ama mano na ama ye ho atoyen na kwanchefo a wono na Guba Foundation oda no Lady Denta amwaten ene de nse we nyada tudwa ebra okoche pad hudo ni bi de madusua fom wo apenkwa e won kran.
Because it's important say the price is low so that everybody can afford it. So when tima afford it, they rather buy food than pad, right? And nekwapo ye de one of your members abba are reusable sanitary pads. They will be to use no one wash it, no one use it for those who cannot afford the sanitary pads. Into yes, anybody that is into sanitary pads to reduce the prices so that young girls are able to buy it and the family members. When you look at Africa, it looks like there's menstrual poverty. And a lot of children do not have pads or more used to or more about their periods. And so today we are sharing your experiences. Even me crap on me starting my period number 8. Me mama and papa ni me ndi ho komo da. So it's important say you best start sa education no very early. Obi crap busa question say I didn't say a change pad. There's chemicals in pads. Into leaving it for too long, obetmania infection. All of these things are very important. And to know, I mean, it's just a day, but it's something I say to me, yeah, continuous. Because as a ma, unya period, these are some of the education things that we hear. The reproductive system, how does it work? Unya period. I mean, obetmaniam and there 200 girls, and I know more kasa to explain what menstrual hygiene is, the reproductive system, how it works, how your eggs comes out, and all of that.
I can show them that changing their pads regularly or like changing their pads twice daily can help them to prevent any diseases. And also, once one is on heavy flow, she needs to change 3 times daily.
We should not engage too much with the opposite sex, and how to keep ourselves clean. We should change our pads casually.
Pachomeka chabai se sisi ani boye dinya pancho onte sumai senye beya ebia yenya yewa yesu sika kakra ye mame mo ani yawofo no mbetima to biamai.
Bebra kakrannie na tanker drivers wotie tua nyina ne se waketua ho sensem bi no susu se enkoye enti nkosi se empenfo betu ho na mode amom no enya de obekɔbaw na wadi bawade na ene empenfo friends ntwerefo nhyamu ya se na chochorofo be di akire edema Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union ko no Owura Francis Sela wode etudwa se empenfo asinkonwa tu ho na mowe no ohwe ne mu se July bosom de dikan no tanker drivers o musika bi aka mo no empenfo betua ede amomo.
Tanker operators and chair ena wonum eka se womo de womo car sisi womo nya adwuma wo womo akatua ene womo akatua nka mu bi eno enam so ema womo ete atua no MP ehia womo members no ene womo kasa aye ma womo twesensan ye na meeting ni mu no Deputy General Secretary edema General Transport Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union of TUC or the ensem ato won manim say womo ehwe no makeka members ni nyina womu data aka ni nyina bom Tanker Operators Association no womu didi no beba June enko na wie ye de no mo de aba July da edi kan no womu sika nyina ye betwia e de ama wonom
enra ene ne yatenase ewo ensem ne ho nyame aka ya ho masese ni ya ha obia wo mu no yaka akaka kra bi esanse yedi kan ye ni ya fe no agreement no e be bande nyina
ye jina we se so ahome abaye ba kase bono ye beto aso ye maye ho akwa ba fe ye to akase bono eso wono mo ye plastic nkabomuko no mo ba no dani Owura ebobotwe ene de ato aban ni Ghana Revenue Authority 24 anim se eto ha mu nchemu enum 5% a eno eda excise tax on ex factory prices no anke be yomu enyi firi won mafiri se ene ma wodo mo ye wo man Ghana ma se to da so a aye ma ne bo no eye den
March bosome no mu ewo afempino ne aduonu nan ya ye wo mu yi ena wonu a wo mu eye plastic manufacturers wo maimu wo mu enya calls free Ghana Revenue Authority offices no ho ni nyina ene se wo mu e the excise tax be so ha mu chichemu enum e de ato wonum manufacturer plastic products na so eno enam so e ma wonum kire se abra wo mu e kasa asem yi na wo mu e ma wo mu education na wo kire wo mu wɔmɛbɔ wɔn amaneɛ wɔn no wɔn nsi nkonya wɔn nkyerɛkyerɛ wɔn de wɔn yɛ ne nyinaa no na wɔn tua ɔha mu kyekyɛmu edu 10% ɛwɔ environmental excise tax no ho wei ɛnam so ama president a ɔda Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association owura ebo botwe wɔne nsɛntwerɛfoɔ akasa ɛkyerɛ sɛ.
Now, after deeper analysis and a wider consultation with our partners, the National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers, the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Association of Ghana Industries, and Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, we wish to state the following. 1, that the implementation of the 5% excise tax on ex-factory price of all locally manufactured plastic products and packaging be suspended immediately and indefinitely. 2, that a better, deeper, and a broad-based stakeholder consultation is done on any idea of excise tax on locally manufactured plastic products. 3, that a well-defined locally manufactured plastic product list is established along with the appropriate guidelines to avoid any unambiguity of the law.
Enwechi President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association Buta, Ora Joseph Obeng, ono so say enya dia wonum ebeje etuo foforo bia e dia ka de wo mu etua dada no.
Abaya kansi so say opese wo ye import substitution te say eniema ye import no edoso dodo enti opese ete so se sa na tie dia na aban ye hihye ya ebema local production no SCP esita na no sa na tie dia na local manufacturers any plastics a ye kraba eno no beboa na she production mu kena ehye manufacturing mu kena no yes ha de eto esa abope so na say yenim de ye ya na nti ene yesre aban say kwan bia so no ontie ya so pem no hu say the Sunday 12 fufuro saba ebeye den pass e beji atum.
We know when you introduce a tax you should have a meaning. The intention of the politician is becoming unbearable on the ordinary Ghanaian, where they choose and pick when they want to impose taxes and then they use the taxes the way they want to. It is hard time that we keep asking, or we need to ask questions, why are you taking more money from the ordinary Ghanaian?
Unfortunately, note that water is very essential, and those who handles about 72% of urban population are going to be taxed. And once they are taxed, we are going to pass this tax on to the consumer.
Empenufo da DVL kona no ene ebo ana kokopie mu e wotachima watena ye ene wadwumayfo na so kokohwe sene wondwumadie eko ediafa Abra wo mu nhie mu a woyeye e wodem wa mansentronfo amamu ebino owie ebaye ene ensentronfo bekasa wo techiman office ho Deputy Chief Executive Officer woda DVLA ano eye owura Prince Owusu Adusen opanyin chechire mu se de nam so ema wonum ebaye ni nyina no omamu ni nyina no wo mu kɔ DVLA office bia eben wo mu na wo mu akwakotie ohawo a wo mu ehia enioma etwa wo ho ehia ne ohawo a wo mu enye nyina no na wo mu akotie mu eche first hand information no matimi atu hu anamo o kire se wo de enioma nyina agu akwan mu a wo mu betimi de asom omanfo se koba se obi ba na waba beye ne krata anase ne license ewo hɔ a
bes bosome nine ena April ena board members say sasa staff various offices no yakom niabebe tifi atoye Framantemu Asante Mantemu Nkran yakọ tifi wa yakọ Tamale and all the various offices ne yeshase wo wenchi ena yebi abedu ha na apoboy nyina yakoba bia yehwe se adwuma staff no eye no sɛ bi ɔmo ti bi ɔmo ti sɛn baabi ɔmo yɛ adwuma wɔ no ɛfata sɛ yɛbɛma ɔmo ayɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ anaa mmoa bi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ sɛ board members yɛkɔnkran yɛhwɛ na yɛde boa ma ɔmo nso ani gye ɛma ɔmo ahokeka a ɔmo de yɛ adwuma no ɛkɔ so nti baabi a ɛbɛdi bi a yɛne ɔmo di nkitaho yɛtie ɔmo sɛ ɔmo wɔ problem bi a ɔmo ka kyerɛ na yɛn nso yɛkɔ yi yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ biribiara ɔmo de ato yɛn anim no yɛbɛboa na yɛsisi ano ama ɔmo yɛ adwuma a ɔmo de ɔpɛpa ɛne seeɛ ɛne ahofama pa ayɛ adwuma a ɛfata.
Regional Manager Edema Bono East Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority Ebo Directors Nabaso so one my idea ewo anamuntu a womu tu so womu eko emiamia ahodoɔ nyinaa na wakɔ akɔhwɛ de ɛkɔ so ni nyinaa mu no ɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔn no first quarter no wohwɛ a we yɛ akonya a ada hɔ de ama wɔn emom ɔhaw de wɔn hyia bi nanso wɔn yere wɔn ho ayɛ adwuma
wohwɛ bibi a na ɛwɔ tetina kan na wo de ɛkɔmpa ha ho sɛ difference kɛseɛ wɔ ɛna ɛwɔ no sɛ hɔ no ɛnam sɛ hospital no nti nipa kakra bi ba hɔ a obi fi akyiri ba pɛ na ɔbɛto sɛ nipa no sɛ nipa no dɔɔso yio na wasa no gyina ɔkɔ bibi foforɔ but ha no so no nti ɛma customers no ba mmɔɔ nti ɛma yɛtumi anya customers a nyame adom for the first 4 months this year no compared to last year 4 months na January, February, March, April na I just say your revenue no akosoro and mamuti say space na omunyama he wa ha no ama your revenue na akosoro sisi an won say your main road some place obi budget license no person will test na obi driver for would you see highway na papa nti yema omoti asese ya asase ni bi wa ha eso nti komo ye test ground MIA se na be ya so obi budget license na hospital fufu na ye be test na ya test no ha ma wetu se ne sa akokwa ansana obesi kwan so a wesi kwan so ma ja tum se o mehwa man na afisi na ye conference room tables ni chairs na de na o mun setting up no so that o mun se no so o mehwa man na e kwata force I say police MTTD for no o kan ho na ye ko se ne be bit na info so embra no but de na e kwa information say IGP actually test ama say ma MTTD for no kwa abontin bio nti e ya ye nko na ye ko nso ya na e risk ni ni safety for risk na nti that o mun say o mun hwe na o mun boy se ne be ye kwata force a o metina boy na ituma kofa task force
Futu akọ ede ama awofo se ye mama no yenti ye ni enhwe omu ye enkanka ne ebra omobu omunsa anaso omo akọ afichiri omo den se we nyada tudwa ebra wiase eka ye homa ye hweye ema ensebua hu ne die da no yediye na we nyada no koso na National Service Personnel Association a omo ga South Mexico Assembly nim enomo edi dwumedie no chair pada hodo ema desuafo nkora no
ye gender desk officer collaborating with education GES shape coordinator no and no more planning nicely and ye boa ye ho with support from other people ye boa ye ho and ye say ne ye be call ye schools ye basic schools near research I say basic schools no especially those of us that ye war urban centers no do na ya na omo ye house helps into no ya na eba no omo menstrual omo menstruate ya na sebe ya na ebi brepa ebi no mo essence omo nya pad mpo na omo be siesie omo ho ansa na omo akọ school to omo timi kafie e ma eniema sebe any sense omo use na omo de ehwe omo ho no eno na ya omo use but enka yebenya mpo a enka every month esi yetimi eye bibi say ema ye ma no but sawa onim yentimi enya sa ahoɔden no as assembly enya ne da enti no at least ena ye menstrual hygiene day no ye dey kwa koma just to put a smile obi a anka e bia this month ontimi emma school ana so odi bibia ensem fata say enka odi besiesie no ho but at least for this month and I say next month no obenya card baako na odi esiesie no
ade baako a mesre government ni say import tax na ewo sanitary part ni so no akan ye boa ye sere say omo boa ye na ntimi yin free so esan say ne boa na pad ne bon any import tax no mo dey aka ho ama ne boa ye den enye obi anso na ebetimi ato say ye wo ebia 15 cedis na area ma o say ebia asimesi je faculty aduane di na wakọ na ese pad boy 16 cedis and 14 cedis e o say this kan nyina e got pad yeah like the case who nya bia odi be to aduane nti yes aban say yes na taxes na ewo sanitary pads so yes so obetimi bibia boy ya anka onyin free so ne papa mu kra anka yenya ne free because as a man no e ade a ewo ye ho ene ye ne ye ni hwe a ye be de ye de be si anokwan every month bia is a challenge we face. So anka ne papa mu kra anka sanitary pads should be free.
Also for the nyuma ena dansi aso ena no ene wo mnyamfo kwadwo opon enkroma opin na bwana akokopiem ewo chebi na mpenifo sinu mamamra ya na won sa mamre enti okopiem wo chebi no okọ chenhene wasaje fo mwoti ofo pinyine na so na naka sey mu no ene ode to opinyine anim so opinyine no fanto abo anim sey abache na yahodo won kronkuma mu no o mane nya adwuma ekoba se beboa mo my Ghana mputu nyina hwe anim no yatumi aduru ho
o kasana meti ya bene ko hwe chi se Juma na ye no minister ko ento me get teno sika no here mo afi baby bebre aga yem podi ke tri onya mesra o ti mai na isra chese o wan pani office ti dia sana dia ya jatu Juma no awon ye no se be adashi e kwenche be ka chinchiri ma se ye baaye and yewe e di ja ochima ne Ghana fo enti aduma no so obi anso no wetumi aka se wo ye aduma bi a se be wo se chinya wo da ho ana otafre enti wo ya na mo dwi o ma no ho no na mo twa won so be hwe ochima so kakra na amape o ayepe ne rural Ghana epe saban emma rural Ghana opportunity ubisa say poverty in the symptoms of poverty ubisa the bebre say what are the sources of poverty in source no ani say rural Ghana the headquarters of poverty in Ghana rural Ghana if you say and she say I did catch your man or man betti obia who cross in your man and the conquer and your car say dunkrandia ye chena so biaso na ye chena so biaso mo so benya impunto amada and 80% of our people who live in this country live in rural Ghana and they're poor kojo ojuma no de any pan na cross in rural Ghana and not going anywhere ne o sra ne say Umadi amra na mumfa nyuma emra ha na wonye benyo
ne Ghana no hwa sajefo yesese a yehia dan beye opepepe baako ne achiripon wotwe 1.8 million housing units enya de aban ko abetumi asisa dan ni na kwan be na ban ne nananom ebeye nhihye na nkrankra wo msika ne omahoden yaboa wo no matumi asisi sa dan ni biama one ma buying a post to so mo meye djuma wo potem mantem one mo free baby adwuma wo baby o mbepe edan bi wo omkrum na dachi okwa humjim kra no ba onye bi titru yenuano ma wa manone a wo mo epe edan bi ewo efie na obafie awanya baby atena no brony friend incentive packages edan ne ye de aboa wo ti e ba ya nkomo bakumie no so ewo sa fa no so a behwe na yedi ewo ase
ye gina we se so ahumi abasisi ye ba ye beto akase bone so
Ghana this year, yama munya na akwa baby manwumre no nsia kase bo na masugu so amuti yeto akase bo no so e de amamoa. Ene ND samonyuko no empenifo friends and telephone share mu e watana ekesie mu e wadabraka. Dwumade ase no na tetina ne de mamanyuko no Ura Johnson asiedun katie kasa na kase me na wuchiri mu se. O ambulance ho nsensem a ejen ho senkyereme na e wo magane mu anyina no e fadum kuma no ba no dani ho no. Se ne atani general de ne ho for nsem no no e yanim guase e de madwumade opanyin ne kura mu e na se yanim guase e de ma opanyin no na tenaye. Enti ogina so no wasra ban mu mpenifo sa atani general de biro kura mu de yanje famfiri nisem. E ma no so ho no mo a mpenifo san fanfan mra kwan so no kine bi no obi bayi atani general magane mu ani tumi e de ma no no wondi e ma no mro so.
Considering the scandalous nature of this recording and other forms of evidence we have shown you, we wish to make the following pressing demands as part of efforts to restore credibility to the Attorney General's office and Ghana's judicial system as a whole. 1. The immediate and unconditional resignation or dismissal of Government for bringing the high office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice into disrepute and public opprobrium. Clearly, Mr. Dame is not fit to hold himself out as Attorney General and Minister of Justice. He is unfit to be the leader of the Ghana Bar. 2. The immediate prosecution of Godfrey Dame for multiple violations of the laws of Ghana. We wish to make it clear that should President Akufo-Addo refuse or fail to prosecute him, a future NDC government will prosecute for this heinous crime of fabrication of evidence. 3. Commencement of disciplinary proceedings by the General Legal Counsel against Godfrey Dame and his disbarment for conduct unbecoming of a lawyer, and more importantly, the leader of the Ghana Bar. 4. A publicly televised parliamentary inquiry into this and other reports of judicial manipulations by Godfrey Dame with a view to censor Godfrey Dame to prevent the recurrence of such judicial manipulations. In conclusion, friends from the media, it is clear from the incontrovertible evidence we have adduced today that the government has no evidence of wrongdoing against the minority leader, but is only involved in fabrications to persecute him as retribution for his strong opposition to the economic mismanagement and general misrule of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. These damning revelations call into question the integrity of the case of the prosecution in the ongoing ambulance trial and the necessity for sale. Godfrey Dame has brought shame and disrepute to the honorable office of the Attorney General with his criminal, devious, and vicious conduct. He is a danger to fairness and justice in our judicial system and represents the lowest point in the history of persons who have occupied the hallowed office of Attorney General and Minister of Justice. While we have pointed out many times that Godfrey Dame epitomizes all that is inherently wrong, investing both the office of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice in the same person, we believe that he has recklessly abused both offices and his continuous stay in office is no longer tenable.
Na eye owura atofo na ambulance case unsensemia edom kuma no eye NDC for Afro Central for Shiemu na MPP for so Afro Central for Shiemu ama lawyer Frank Davis akasa na nesma woka nada ene se eye kwatikwa ne sebua kwan so ene NDC for person mo efa so keka kansembie na ma court asem no krompo edane butu anase firi won manunti ene aba lawyer panyini omo e kansema fa no na so mo kan use enkosiaga embra no ebeye adwuma.
The latest allegation by Richard Japa, the third accused and an associate of Kesela 2 in this botched ambulance procurement transaction is therefore only a further ploy contrived to curtail the prosecution of Atu and smear the Attorney General's integrity and reputation. But this, I can assure you, will not work. We firmly believe that public officials, regardless of social standing, must be treated equally before the law, and they should be accountable for their use of public resources. Needless to say that the law is no respecter of persons. Ladies and gentlemen, the allegations by Richard Japa that the AG has on several occasions met him in private at odd hours and in person on phone to coax him to implicate the accused person is a complete variance with the prevailing facts. In fact, it is laughable. The attempt to selectively present facts without the whole is telling of the intentions of the third accused person. For the record, it is unacceptable that Johnson Asiedun Ketia will run a commentary over the alleged tape calculated to prevent Ghanaians and discerning people as such from making their own deductions and reasoned judgment. You saw him on radio behaving like a choir master.
And now about to come Titina ni Mami Jane Mensa and Central for Kubatai Ghana Journalists Association and Penufui this year. Opinion ka seminar wuchim se na Ghana fo nyina yenim se December bosom ne de toson so ne bekwa bato anim no December bosom e kro na ne de toson bienu e da soronko a ye beto aba e special voting na special voting okwa hodo obetu bie e Ghana Armed Forces, National Intelligence Bureau, National Security, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana National Fire Service, Ambulance Service, Information Service Department, Ghana Revenue Authority, Prison Service and Central for Ghana Journalists Association, National Media Commission so ka ho we ni okwa hodo a December bosom ne de toson bienu special voting no obetu bie.
Indeed, this is the day that our Father God has made. We rejoice and we are glad in it. And we thank the good Lord for making it possible for us to gather to discuss yet another important milestone in our lead up to the 2024 election. And today we are here particularly to discuss the special voting exercise that will take place ahead of the 2024 election. The special voting exercise is a process that enables registered voters who are assigned specific duties on election day vote ahead of the main election day. Regulation 23(1) of CI 127 states that a voter may apply to the returning officer of the constituency in which the voter is registered to be entered as a special voter if, as a result of election duties, that voter will not be able to be present at the polling station where the voter registered on the day of the election. In Ghana, such category of voters is regulated and limited to officers of the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Armed Forces, the Immigration, the Fire Service, Customs, and the Prison Service, as well as the polling officials of the Electoral Commission and permanent staff of the Electoral Commission, not forgetting our media partners who will carry out important functions on election day. The special voting will take place on the Monday, the 2nd of December 2024, and it will be in all 276 constituency centers across the country. I'd like to mention again that the special voting will take place on Monday, the 2nd of December 2024, in all 276 constituency centers across the country. District police headquarters are mostly designated as special voting centers in each constituency. Where the number of voters allocated to a special voting center is higher than the threshold set by the Commission, and usually the threshold that has guided us is 750, and where the number of voters allocated to a special voting center is higher than the threshold set by the Commission, another center is designated as a special voting center to facilitate the voting process within the same center. And so we have a split within the same center if the number goes above the 750 threshold.
Na yakamu se ene enwumre nondu akankase bomu nkomodi ebedi no dodo na abegina ambulance sensem no ho NDC ni MPP omo se ntwofo nhie momo efre bedomu asuko ne edie atuyi amagana fo yenya ho entiase ehado mo ne edie enwumre akankase bo no esi midin de akua ejiwa akodi emene
Sadat Mohammed
Adamu asiama momo ehnesha adiena